Welcome back to Opinion Journal. I'm Mary Kissel. Just how much do veterans sacrifice for our country? There are a lot of stories that we never get to hear, says my next guest, author Mark Lee Greenblatt, new book out called Valor, telling the stories of 9 American heroes and what they did in Iraq, Afghanistan, and the home front. Mark, what prompted you to write this book?
Well, in 2007 and 2008, I went to awards banquets where they honored military heroes, and they told these stories about what these men and women were doing overseas, and they were unbelievable. They were inspiring stories. And I remember thinking to myself, how come no one knows who these people are? When they go home, they're going to be lucky to be, bagging groceries if they get a job in the first place. And so I said, someone's got to be telling these stories. And I just decided, why not you? And
was it hard to get these veterans to explain what they had done?
Absolutely. There is one ethic that persists throughout all the military, is that they don't talk. They don't talk about themselves. They deflect credit. They point to someone else and say, that's the real hero. And that was the hard part. These men and women had done incredible things, and so breaking through that was difficult.
Can you give an example of just one of these heroes to give us a little bit of a taste of the book and really the incredible levels of heroism that you chronicle?
Sure. Ryan Welch was an Army pilot, and he was flying a routine mission over the Triangle of Death in Baghdad, and he got a distress call that 2 other pilots had crashed and survived the crash in the Triangle of Death. And Ryan and his co-pilot Justin landed their aircraft. Ryan got out, crossed across this field, found where the survivors were, carried them back to the aircraft. Mind you, this is in the Triangle of Death, where there could be insurgents lurking at any point. And then the next thing that Ryan did was really impressive, really just amazing. There's only room for one of the guys in the Apache that they was flying that night, so he put one of them in there. And then he strapped himself and the other injured pilot to the outside of the helicopter while his co-pilot took off.
How did he fly? So the co-pilot was flying the airplane.
The co-pilot flew them all to the hospital. And Ryan literally saved their lives that night. Pretty incredible, pretty inspirational.
Mark, did you get a sense of what drives these guys to do these extraordinary things? What motivates them?
Yeah, one thing emerged over and over again: brotherhood. These guys are so committed to each other that they'll do anything for them. It's overwhelming.
And the country.
And the country, absolutely. But in that moment, when they're putting their lives on the line, they can't not do it for their buddy. And even in Ryan's case, it was 2 pilots that he wasn't even sure who they were. And he still did that. It's just that sense of brotherhood is just so overwhelming. And of course, patriotism, defending the country, that underlies everything. But in that moment, it's saving that guy. It's pretty amazing.
Wow, what uplifting stories. Mark Lee Greenblatt,
yeah,
author of Valor. Thank you so much
Thank you
for joining us.